Legends, long time no see. Not really, but long time no see. For the sake of, like, I don't know what, like 2 or 3 weeks. I miss you guys. If you are returning, I miss you. I love you. Welcome back. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Nia, aka BLegend, and I am the owner and founder of BLegendBotanica. And today I just wanted to come to you guys super quick, drop a couple of downloads, do a quick little reading. I have some new charmy charms today. I've actually been collecting charms over the past 2 years. Just working on some different techniques of divination. I wanted to start reading. I've just tapped into like all different types of readings. So charms is one of the things that we are going to do today, along with a little bit of tarot. I got my hoodoo tarot cards, whoop whoop, in the house today. Let's get it, let's get it, let's go. But first, I really wanted to just very quickly talk about a download that I had. First of all, can I just say you guys are doing amazing. You guys are doing absolutely amazing. By the way, if you see smoke, please don't be triggered. It's just incense. It's just, we're burning sage always. We're burning always, always good vibes. But you guys are doing absolutely amazing. Honestly and truly, from the ethers, I can hear and I can feel you guys being kind of like anxious about where you are, because you might still be in a period of I want to say like suspension, where it feels like you're still being asked to yield, you're still being asked to have patience on a few things, as far as like along the lines of your manifestations are coming, you can feel it. Some of them might not all the way be there, so you're still in this point of suspension. Like, so what I came to talk to you guys about today is just changing your perspective for where you are. Did you guys just hear the sage pop? Period. That's, look, that's big confirmation right there. Like, not I called it out and it said pop, 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 pop. But anyways, yes, I wanted to come to you guys today and really just talk about making the most out of what can seem like the dark night of the soul. A lot of times we do be going through dark night of the soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we do be going through storms of life. I had to sit back, just like, I feel like I did this yesterday. If not yesterday, then it was the day before. I had to sit back and really think about what my life has looked like since I decided to start my spiritual journey officially, right, out of Christianity, and starting to call it something, starting to call the universe something, universe, source, spirit, right, the divine. At the start of my journey, I used to go through a lot of different things, and so for example, like losing jobs, losing friends, big, huge tower moments in relationships, so relationships coming to a close, anything that was not of a solid foundation, it had to fall in order for me to even have the capacity to get the things that I was asking for, right? How can you even have the capacity if you want a new couch, right, for your house, but you still got hella boxes with hella like things? Where are you gonna put a couch? You know what I'm saying? So first you have to do some cleaning. First you have to throw some things away. You're gonna have to break down some boxes. You're gonna have to figure out, what do I want to stay, what needs to be thrown away in order to make room for the things that I'm asking for, right? And I think one of the big things that I realized while I was just looking at the timeline was that there was more than more than likely, there was always something huge, something big going on. There was always some kind of like stressor that at the moment it seemed like it was just so huge. It was so large. It was so important. It was so demanding of my attention. It was so just like it was like a dominant force in my life. At this point, I've had many of those. Once I move out of the situation, that thing is no longer large, if it's even still a thing outside of memory. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you move out of these like temporary situations where you're facing these towers, um, you might you might just start to see that same archetype with a different face, with a different mask in a different place, right? So this is what I'm saying. As you go from environment to environment, as you are progressing in your journey of life, right? It's very important for you to give credit to yourself for the things that you have accomplished, because in these periods, I'm telling you, it's difficult for us to look around and see like goodness and see change. What has changed, right? You're so busy with your head down doing work, trying to get better and trying to bring about these manifestations. And not to say that that's wrong, that's good that you're in work and grind mode, but there needs to be a celebration mode as well. And that's what spirit is really talking about. Sometimes when you're in work and grind mode so much, it can only lead to burnout. You have to give yourself breaks, and within those breaks you have to designate a period of time to celebrate the work that you've done. So for example, somebody, for this is for somebody specific, or maybe a group of people, you guys have been working on your addictions for the past 3 to 5 years, up to 8 years. I just heard up to 8 years, 12 years. Some of you guys have been, okay, this is a very large group, and it makes sense because I too myself have struggled with addictions. I've gotten rid of, right, certain things. But I mean, let's be completely honest. If we're being completely honest about it, when you get in certain environments or when you feel certain triggers, it don't take nothing but a little wrangling thing in order to bring that feeling back, right? And then at that very moment, it's just a decision. Am I going to choose to, revert back to something that I know, or am I going to choose the life that I chose now, the life, of, so not even necessarily sobriety, but sobriety from whatever, I want to say, entity, whatever entity had your desire at the moment. So for example, wow, can I talk about this on YouTube? I don't know how, like, and I don't know all of the street, I don't know like all of the code words for like all of the drugs, but listen, I just want to say this. For some of you guys, spirit is saying it's okay for you to celebrate. Like, it's okay for you to have a little drink, for you to have a little smoke, because at this point you've built up enough discipline to know yourself. So what spirit is saying is, don't work to the point of punishment. Like, your spirituality should not feel like punishment. That's like the key of this message, right? For others of you guys, there are certain things that you absolutely know why you're not teeter-tottering with that right now, and spirit is on board with you for that, because they understand that that's the best thing for you. So please take these messages as it resonates, because I do not want to mess up. I don't want to give anybody a message and throw you off of whatever path you're on right now. This is a general collective reading, and I can already tell that this is a large group, and also the page is expanding. So shout out to y'all, because y'all are awesome. Y'all are legendary. But yes, yes, also, spirit is saying some of you guys have been focusing on just going to work and not necessarily going out. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with drugs or alcohol, but for some of you guys, it's specifically food. Like, you have been very, very, very gung-ho. Like, I'm not eating out, I'm not eating nothing, like I'm not eating nothing fried, or I'm not eating, like, you guys have, your dietary restrictions have gone up a plethora. Is what spirit is trying to say. You guys have been very, very, very disciplined about your diet, and we even talked about that too. I love y'all. Y'all are so awesome. The last time we were here, the last few times we've been talking about cooking more at home and actually preparing your food, right, so that you can put your prayers and your intentions into your meals. And some of you guys took that advice, and Spirit is really, really proud of you for that. And they're saying, now don't punish yourself. Like, don't feel like you have to never ever 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 eat a Red Lobster biscuit again, because that's for somebody specific. I just saw something float, like a little piece of thing float past my camera. Somebody loves like Red Lobster biscuits, or somebody loves like pasta. If there's a certain like Italian restaurant that you like to go and get this pasta from, and you've been holding out like your cravings. I heard like now it got to the point where you started to have cravings for this pasta. Girl, go get this pasta. Like, please go get your pasta. Like, if you want your Red Lobster biscuit, go get your Red Lobster biscuit, bitch. If you want a burger, eat a burger, bitch. If you want a french fry, eat a french fry. Okay, but Spirit is saying congratulations. Like, you've been doing a lot of work. Give yourself more credit, and also know that there's a difference between discipline and punishment. Like, those two don't have to be they don't have to be synonymous. They can be mutually exclusive. They can also happen at the same time, but it's like Spirit doesn't want you to confuse the discipline that they have instilled within you, specifically the discipline that Spirit has instilled within you. Don't confuse that for punishment. So don't I just heard Spirit say, what? Don't let the cat catch the tail. Don't catch a cat by its tail. I don't know what that means. Don't catch a cat by its tail. Hold on, guys. I think I know. I think don't. This is somebody's grandmother. Somebody's grandmother might have used to say that to you. Don't catch a cat by its tail. I've never heard that before. When I think about it, though, I used to have a cat. Cats do not like their tails being like touched or grabbed at all. Like, it's like a pet peeve. I don't know why that would be significant to somebody's grandmother is okay, hold on, guys. We just took a turn. Somebody's grandmother, or this is just grandmother energy in general as well. She's saying don't confirmation. She's saying don't let your passions burn you out. Basically, somebody has taken a passion of theirs and turned it into a job, like monetary gain. And she's saying she doesn't want you to. She's saying you need to listen to your better judgment here. The discipline that you have gained as a business owner should be separate from the discipline that you have gained as a multi-dimensional being. So I think what your grandmother is saying, you might do like spiritual work, like you might also read tarot, you might do yoga, you might do like you do something with the hands, the body, like tantric, you do some kind of like, it's giving sacral chakra energy. You work a lot with your divine feminine energy, and your grandmother is saying it's easier for for a career like this to drain you if you do not take proper maintenance, take proper care. Okay, yeah. She's basically saying don't overwork yourself with this. Like, you started this because it was passion filled. Like, spirit put this drive, this passion inside of you, and also the discipline in order for you to be able to make monetary gains from this, in order for you to live a satisfactory life, not for you to burn out and continue to live in a state of dissatisfaction. So choose wisely. That's not to say give up on your passion, but it's to say be clear about the separation between who you are as a business owner and who you are as an individual. Okay, your grandma said that's not just a you issue, that's an American issue. Okay. Oh wow. Thank you, grandmother. I love that so much. And I love how she brought it back to that's an American issue, because it really is an American issue. When you think about it, America is we operate in individualism, right? We don't operate in we don't operate in communities. We're very individualistic. But at the same time, America does not run itself as like a regular. It runs itself as a corporation. The United States is a corporation. So that's very important for us to be able to separate our business and our personal, because when you start to intertwine the two, it's almost like you don't get a period of rest, because who am I'm just all it's overstimulating. um be very proactive about the ways that you deal with stress. So, for example, these are a few things that I like to do. I like to go for a float. I can drop my code for I think I have it's like $20 off of your first float at the Float Institute. I can drop that code below. I like to go for a float in the deprivation tank. I also love the sauna. That is very just relieving for me. What else? You guys, it's gonna be different for everybody. Those are two things that have really been helping me as of late, over the past couple of years. Free things is like meditations. We have a whole playlist of meditation videos, short and long meditation videos. Also, while you're sleeping, you can program your subconscious with different noise stimulation. So I think we have some brown noise meditation videos on our playlist in the Legendary Sound Sanctuary. If not, they're coming soon. But we definitely have a lot of nature sounds. And yeah, I'm working on that, guys. We're working on the Legendary Sound Sanctuary. More things are coming soon. I love you guys so much. I feel like grandmother helped us wrap up this reading. Let's just go ahead and get a few words of advice from our shadow before we wrap up. So let's see, what have you guys been doing so super good? Like, your shadow is actually doing backflips. Your shadow is doing backflips for you. Oh, look, rest and recharge. Your shadow loves all of this rest that you've been giving yourself. But just celebrate yourself more. Okay, your shadow say you've been being way too humble in this rest. So while you're resting, don't start to get down about certain things. Think about the things that the reasons why you up, because you up right now and it's stuck right now. Okay, celebrate, have some fun, let your hair down, go swimming. It's hot now, it's the summertime. It's all good. Let's get one more thing that our shadow is proud of us for working on, and we're still developing it, but we've been doing a good job. Look, prayer warrior. You guys have been praying. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I love that for you guys. We've been talking about that too. Reaching out to your ancestors, reaching out, benevolent ancestors. I gotta say, you gotta say that part. You got, you got to say that part. Reaching out to your benevolent ancestors, reaching out to your kin, reaching out to your entire divine spirit team. I love that for you guys. And then look what popped out too. Egyptian ancestor support. Maybe so, and it popped out reverse. So maybe somebody was questioning if they had Egyptian or ancient Kemetic ancestry, and the answer is absolutely yes, you do. This is your confirmation. You absolutely, absolutely do. 3-6 on the clock. Okay, balance. All right, and that's a 9. 3-6 9. Look at that. All right, I love you guys. Stay legendary, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.